Hello everyone, Josh First back at again, bringing you guys some more 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and today I'm going to be showing you hopefully a very helpful guide. It's a very cool guide in my opinion, and something that a lot of you may have overlooked. Some of you may already be doing this, but if not, here's today's video, and we're going to be showing you how to unlock every passive in the game. You're probably thinking, how am I going to do that? It sounds like a lot of work. Actually, it's a lot easier than you might think. So first, let me actually go to my box, and you can see here that I'm currently sitting at 972,000 plus account combat class. Now this guide not only helps you get that number up to help register to your guild for, you know, bragging rights, I guess, if you'd like, whatever you're into, right? I know there's some competitive players out there, but anyway, what this is really going to be showing you how to do is how to unlock every single passive on all your different characters available in the game, because there's a lot of characters in this game that you really don't want to build up too much right now. You're really looking to get their passive to run on maybe a sub slot for whatever reason. For example, our boy Kayn has a passive that increases all allies attack related stats by 10% in deathmatch. Now that could be very helpful, but he's not really a unit that you really need to invest into, like with gear and stuff like that, because you really just want him to sit into the sub slot and do nothing else with him. So really what you're after is just his passive, not so much everything else. So you want to just get him to a point where you can unlock his passive quickly, sit him on your sub slot, and just leave him at that. There's also some other units like Golgiz, for example, that you can do the same with. Now eventually you're going to want to bring all your units up, but for right now, a lot of you just want to get these passives unlocked, and to get a passive unlocked, you need 16,000 combat power or CC here on the global side. And to do that quickly, it's actually pretty simple. So what you want to do is you want to build up one strong HP and defense set of gear, because as a lot of you know at this point, HP gear gives you the most combat class on your character of any of the 3 basic stats, including attack and defense. And obviously, since you can't run attack and HP together, because those are both a 4P set, you have to run defense with HP to get the most bang for your buck. And then of course in your substats, try to get all attack to further increase that CC. So if we actually look at one of my biggest CC boosting sets of gear right now, okay, you can see here, we're getting over almost 44,000 HP from this gear, over 2,500 attack, and over 1,700 defense. You can see clearly right here that I'm just rocking all attack, and of course I want to increase those a little bit later on. But for right now, you guys get a rough idea of kind of what we're doing here with this gear. Now, depending on how well you build up your left side, this may not be able to work on level 40 SR characters, but if you've built it up at least decently enough, especially on your right side, you should be able to at least make use of this guide on all your SSR level 50 heroes at the very minimum. Okay, so your SR hero level 40s, you might need to tweak your gear a little bit more. Now my gear will push that 16k, but not everyone's left side is as developed, but I think you still get the idea here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab a unit. Let's go to this Fat King, for example. This Fat King, which you can see here, has no gear. No gear at all, and he's only sitting at 12,000 combat class. Of course, to unlock this passive, we need to get him to 16k so we can go and do the actual passive fight to unlock it. And another benefit of unlocking all of your passives is it increases all your CC values for all your characters, which also increases your combat class for your entire account. Which again, if you're a competitive player, or you just want to try to push that million mark just for the hell of it, well, this is also going to help you in that regard as well. Not to mention, of course, unlocking passives so you can use them in your sub slots. So, again, there's a lot of benefits to doing this, and it's pretty easy to do. You just got to level up all your characters to 50, which you can use with EXP potions. You can, and like I said, depending on how well you develop your gear, you can even do this on level 40 SRs, which I'll show you guys that in a moment. But back to our Fat King. So, we got to push that 16k mark. So, we're going to go ahead, go to our equipment, and we're going to grab our equipment from our Red Gowther. We're going to pop that on this Fat King, and then boom, he's now up to 22,000 combat class. So we're well over the passive marker that we need to reach, which is 16,000. and we should have no problem beating that stage because we're well over that requirement. And this is pretty well built up gear. So like I said, and you can share one solid piece of set of gear with all your different units to keep unlocking all their individual passives. So now if we go to a unit like Blue Arthur. Blue Arthur is sitting at 9,415 combat class. Now there's one more thing to note. Some of your units combat class is a little bit higher than others. For example, if you look at Arthur at level 40 SR, he's at 9,415. But if we go to a unit like, let's say, Blue Gilthunder, it's 8897. So you see there's a difference there. Now if we throw this gear on Gilthunder, let me see, who did we put that on? We put that on Fat King. So we're going to pop that on him. We're now at 18,000 combat class. But if we put that on Arthur, he'd be probably pushing closer to the 20k mark, if not the high 19,000s. So you are going to see a little bit of differences there. So depending on how well your gear is built up, this may not work for every single character, but it will work for most of them. And it should work for every SSR, natural SSR level 50, no doubt. For SR level 40s, you might have to invest a little bit more into your left side of your gear, but you can still use that singular piece, or that singular set of gear rather, for all your different heroes to unlock all their passives. That way you have those passives unlocked if you need them for subslots of whatever different type of content you're trying to do, without feeling like that you have to UR them all right now. Because if you want to naturally unlock 16,000, usually you'd want to go ahead and UR that character and take them all the way up to level 60, and then maybe slap a little bit of gear on them to get them to that 16k mark. Some of you don't have the resources to do that with all your characters right now. So, you know, being strapped for a lot of resources, you want to try and get as much passes as you can with just one solid, strong piece of gear that you're going to be working on anyways for some of your better characters for harder to beat stages, including like geared PvP, for example, etc., etc. So hopefully this was helpful to a lot of you. I didn't know if a lot of you knew this. If you didn't, now you do. For those of you who've been doing this for a while, I'm sure you already knew a video like this was going to be coming at some point. But it's just a very good strategy to follow and go by, and to increase, of course, your combat class for your account, to unlock passives that you might really need access to immediately without having to invest too many resources, etc., etc. So again, I hope this was very helpful. If it was, definitely go ahead and drop a like, tick notifications, subscribe if you're new here to the channel, and don't forget to join us in the Discord in the description below. And if you guys out there, or girls out there, of course, would like to play 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross on PC, I have an affiliate link in the description below. Definitely use that link. It helps out the channel, and it lets you guys get access to the game on PC. So hope you all enjoy as always. Until next time, as always, have a good day. Peace.